Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Terakaya is my name. Kulwaba piza ntiboka nchibuze mu Uganda. Your Excellency, mu myaka gino waliwo abantu bangi abakyagobwa ku ttaka naddala abakadde babakoonedde amayumba. Waliwo ne Mukono eyo eyali omulwanyi wo Musa Mwanje, family eri displaced. Ensonga y'ettaka naddala mu Buganda ogenda gitunulira otya?
Ensonga y'ettaka faba NRM twagikolokodda musiye n'omuteeka erifuga ettaka eryajja luvannyuma twalemerawo ne tugamba nti ow'ekibanja talina kugobebwa ate obusuulu bulina okubeera kw'ekikomo. Kati abo bonna bye bakola bimenya amateeka. Awo wenenyeza ba RDCs bange tebandikiriza ekyo kubeerawo kubanga ebiragiro tebikkiriza omuntu yenna kugoba ow'ekibanja oba okumutemako ekibanja ekyo. Olusalo olwo twaluwangula dda mu biragiro. Soma ebiragiro bamwita Kaaya, osome ebiragiro by'ettaka olabe ow'ettaka takkirizibwa kugoba ow'ekibanja. Babikola mu bumenyi bw'amateeka. And because kati kyemukola mulonde ababaka ba NRM kubanga abo abasirikire bya mbiyoni ebyo buwekenenya ugenda kusanga bano bemwaleeta abalala abali ku byabwe. Ate ne bwe twali tulwana mu by'ettaka baali batuwakanya, baali tebaagala kulwana kuwa ekibanja, ffe tulemera kuwa ekibanja. Soma ekiragiro ky'ettaka nga bwekiri, tekikkiriza. Tokkirizibwa kugoba ow'ekibanja, tokkirizibwa kumutemako ekitundu ky'ekibanja kye, ate obusuulu buli kw'ekikomo. Ate gavumenti, Minister of Lands yabukkiriza si bw'amaanyi. Ab'amataka b'emulugunya olwo ne bagamba nti siringi 10,000 lwokka.
Okubanga tulaba ku Soul TV. Batambudde n'akujukiza wali nga tusimbula nti omusimba wa House of Prayer yabasabidde esaala yabasimbudde bwana ne batandika paka okutuuka wano kanzi tufanga bagala 80% for Museveni, 80% for Museveni, otakolomo wa chairman General MK katika bagala Uganda kunominatinga tugenda maaso n'okubanga tukuweereza tutuuse wano of course Kololo ekiriwo nti amakubo agamu agakyali makale naye ngenda kulwanako okulaba nti mbanyolera n'okubalaga ekifaananyi kyekiro wagenda maaso n'okubanga tulaba ebyokwerinda ebiri wano byo binywevu nnyo. Era njagala kutegeeza nti buli ky'oba olina okukola olina okuba nga weekuumira ku Soul TV. Ekiri wano nti buli muntu yenna solongazi olumu nakino kino bakukkiriza okuba nga oyingira ng'ekifaananyi kino akitugenda mu maaso n'okuba nga tukusiigira wagenda maaso n'okuba nga tulaba ku Soul TV. Nga bwe nakutegeezeza nti amakubo agamu magale obukosi wano wetutuuse ate ebyokwerinda byo byongeddwamu okunywezebwa ekitegeeza nti bajja okukkiriza abo banayingira mu ddembe si kuyingira ate nga mukola effujjo. So kyekyo ekifaananyi kyengenda maaso n'okuba nga akusiigira naye nga for now njagala kutegeeza nti bannakisinde kino bamaze okuba nga basala okuyingira wano Kololo naye wadde nga tebanaba kuba nga batuuka munda ebyokwerinda maaso n'okuba nga bigezaako okubaako ezatangira olwa ebyokwerinda. Kuyitawo Atulaba ku Soul TV ekyo ekifaananyi tugenda kulwana mpolampola okulaba ngu tukikuweereza naye ekiri wano okwesindika bwesindisi kasindikagano kennyini okulaba nti tuyingira wano era bw'oba toweenywezezza njagala kutegeeza.
Number 2, manufacturing and artisanship. Number 3, commercial agriculture. Number 4. There is no other way. If anybody tells you there's another way of how the young, whether you are young or old or ancient or modern, these are 4. If there's anybody who knows another sector, I have forgotten. Of course, there is government service, public service, but it is also a service. You hear they call it public service. There's also political service, politicians. That is also a service. But the problem with the public service is that the jobs are very limited. The whole public service is 480,000. All of them, soldiers, policemen, spies, rumor mongers working for the government, corrupt civil servants, all of them together, 480,000. The population of Uganda is 46 million. How can the government be a solution? It's not a solution. That's why we've been telling you that even where we are now, manufacturing is employing 1.2 million people. That is almost 3 times compared to what the government is employing. Services are employing 5 million people. The agriculture is employing 3.6 million. But I have told you, I've given the example of Nyakana of Fort Portal, who is using 1 acre in commercial agriculture with the Chivaro, and he's getting very good money, and he's employing 15 people. And I've told you that if people with 1 acre, 7 million of them, if each one employed 15 people, it would create 105 million jobs. More jobs than all the Ugandans. And it can happen. That's what happens to you people when you go to China, to Japan, to do HAU. You get jobs, which the Japanese are not doing. They don't have enough people to do those jobs. Here we can do it here. If you listen to our message, the 4 sectors, I challenge anybody in Uganda, abroad, or wherever, tell me the other sector which I have forgotten. In 12 of the sector, you tell me. Challenge them. You put it on the radio and say, Museveni has challenged the people. If you know another sector has forgotten, bring it up. So, this is the answer for those young people. When you say young people, I am a former young person. Don't you see me here? Young people. We have seen young people since time immemorial. I am a former young person. So I know how to be young. I know how to be middle age. I now know also how to be old. I know everything. So please, when you find our children going to Dubai, what are you going to do in Dubai? Eh? Here we have got more potential for more jobs than the Dubai's can have. Eh? We've got everything here. Muleko bugagga wano ne mugendeyo okukola ng'abaddu gye mugenda. Nze sifuluma. There's UN now. There's something UN is going on. Nze ndi wano mbyange. Fortunately, I've got my young people. They are there in the UN. I can send you there to the UN. Nze ndi wano Okay, how many remaining?
Oweekitiibwa President Shamshad Nalujja.
The other one, Julius Muchunguzi, is now doing some work. He has been around for some time, Ruma Mongari. Ani Muzukuru?
Nnaalongo Shamshad Nalujja okuva ku Kedde TV. Olw'abantu ba wansi ngenda kozesa Luganda. Kati ekibuuzo kyange kiri abasawo ku muwendo gw'abasawo gwe tulina mutono ddala naddala abasawo abalabirira abaana abazaalibwa nga tebannatuuka ekiviirako ba mothers abamu okufiirwa abaana baabwe oba oluusi n'obulamu bwabwe n'ebiwa byennyini incubators eziteekebwamu abaana bano nga baakazaalibwa tuyina ntono naddala mu government facilities mu kino ekisanja ekitandika Mr. President ogenda kukola atya ensonga eno okulaba ng'ogitereeza bulungi.
To explain well, I will have to use English. Narongo would have to forgive me.
It's okay, Mr. President.
Because the NRM health plan is integrated. Because we came from the rural areas when we were fighting. That's why we started with prevention. But some people don't concentrate on it. And the prevention meant you take the health care up to the sub-county. Have a health center 3 there. That health center does immunization, which is doing very well. That's why you are all here. You show me an NRM child who is lame because of polio. Because of the immunization. And this is just one element of prevention, just immunization. But the problem is that you don't listen to the message of the NRM. Suppose you added nutrition, just educating the people what to eat. And you added hygiene. And you added careful lifestyle. You don't go for alcohol, you don't go for umaraya. And we dealt with malaria, sleeping under the bed nets. How many diseases would remain? Because most of the diseases are covered. Now, the obstetrics you are talking about, if you go to the health center 3, if you do antenatal, they call it antenatal, they would have seen your baby inside the womb, how the baby is. But people don't do that. So, when we started, the health center 3 was supposed to be 1 per sub-county. At that time, we had like 2,000 sub-counties. I'm sure I have not checked. But if you check, you may find that all the old sub-counties already now have health center 3, the old ones. The ones they say don't have are the new ones. I will check it. And the reason we selected the sub-county is that it is because I know what a sub-county is. I know the ones of Ankole, I know the ones in Ruero here, like Semuto, Gobakuzarawa, Nalongo.
Masaka Sera.
Masaka sijimanyi bulungi abana buddu abo nabayita mubisi. Naye Ruero, Jemanyi. If you take like Semuto sub-county, from Semuto to the boundary with Makurubita, just 2 miles, Mawale. From there to the boundary with Kapeka, like 3 miles. So the reason we said health center 3 at the sub-county, you could even walk. to the sub-county, you didn't even have to use means. But people don't concentrate on this. They don't listen, they don't. So, if there was this proper antenatal, a lot of those problems could be avoided. But I have heard your statement about the premature and the incubators and all that. I will check. That one I don't want to talk about what I'm not sure about.
Thank you so much.
But I can tell you, if we use the prevention, you get rid of 70% of the sicknesses. Yeah. The last one.
Neyanza nnyo His Excellency amanya nze mwesigwa David nga nkola ne Galaxy TV. Mu Gwomukaaga lwe nali mu State House, His Excellency natuusa ripooti gye wali nga nkugamba nti amalwaliro naddala ery'Emukono, Kayunga ne Namuganga Health Center sire mulimu obuzibu bugamba nti mu ddwaliro ly'Emukono Kayunga General Hospital oxygen plants zaazikira. Ka system aka Mulamba n'ekitundu. Nenkuleetera Namuganga Health Center 3 nti eddwaliro Ddamba lirina abasawo 4 naye weekend tekola. His Excellency n'osuubiza nti ogenda kukikwatako. Naye since then ne kaakati tetulabangako kigenda mu maaso. Abakazi bakyeyongera kuzaalira wansi ekyo kimu. Ekyokubiri weeyongeddeko n'omuze nti omwana omukazi eyandibadde n'amaanyi agazaala kimukakatako kumusindika mu operation bokusobola kweyolera omusimbi. Kyesitegera obunafu His Excellency buli sayidi ki buli eri Ministry of Health eri abakulira amalwaliro oba mu ba RDC and DSOs. Neyanza nnyo Mr. Excellency.
Simanyi oba amanyago ani?
Amanya nze mwesigwa David nga nkola ne Galaxy TV.
Simanyi oba omwesigwa ono ampayiriza simanyi. Kubanga sitera kwerabira, but I don't remember very well. But fortunately now, tochumye wetuukidde omwesigwa kati. Nabanja lyawo. Nabanja yingira mu nsonga ya mwesigwa munango ntwase mwesigwa. Kubanga oba mpayiriza kubanga sibijjukira bulungi. But mwesigwa, you see what you are saying. Omanyize kindabye wano mu Uganda. Kunyoma. Simanyi kunyoma obutafaayo obutawuliriza mwesigwa sooka owulirize onakolagana ne Nabanja oluvannyuma. Simanyi oba kunyoma oba ki kubanga owulira mwesigwa byagamba omujjuzo oguli mu district hospital Mukono Jagamba is already a district hospital. Kayunga is a district hospital. The plan was decentralize all those problems. Okusora kulbaraza, okusara in the veranda. It's because the plan was never listened to. Because how many people are giving birth in a sub-county? They are not the same numbers when you gather to, you bring all the Bakunja, you bring all the other people, they all come to Mukono. The number is bigger. So there's some issue of discipline. Mulago is supposed to be a referral hospital. But people turned it into a primary health care hospital. Which Dukano. Agenda Mulago. Even when we built Kawempe, we built this other one, Chirudu, said, Bona. So the issue of discipline. I think also the leaders don't insist. Because if there was, you count how many health centers there. I will check when I come in the afternoon on the rally. I will talk about it. How many health centers we have now? Do you know?
We have 1,553 health centers, 1,500.
And how many were the old sub-counties?
They were less than 1,000.
No, they were like 1,200.
And then we have 230 health center 4s. Because where we put a health center 3, where we had a health center 4, we don't put health center 3. So if you add 1,500 health center 3s, then 2,030 health center 4s, that gives you 1,700 sub-counties, each with a health unit.
Yes. So I can conclude here, Mwesugwa, and all of you, by giving you example of our time. Mom and myself, we were born in a place called Ruhama. Ruhama was together with Rwampara. They were one. It was all called Rwampara. Now, that time, what they were calling a dispensary, what you can call Health Center 3, was only one in Chinoni. Now, Chinoni is 25 miles from Tungamo, where we were born, and is 15 miles from Mbarara. And Rwampara would go from Mbarara on the way to Kabare up to mile 48. And we had only one health center, equivalent to one health center city. Now, all those sub-counties have health center cities. The ones over Rwampara, Muizi, Bugamba. Biaranga can check for me later on. Will tell me how many health center cities are in Rwampara. The old Rwampara, which was Rwampara Rahama, how many are there now? I know that in our time it was one. So that was our strategy. Have more health centers so that you deal with all the prevention there. What should be going to the district hospital should be, we even provided for surgery at the health center 4. Surgery at health center 4. But they don't use it. Babuka. So they all come and... Thank you so much.
You asked for 6, and the last one is this one.
Oh.
Thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Arius Namugambe. I work with Channel 44. I will also ask mine in Uganda. Echange chikwata ku byanjigiriza. Wayogedde ku byenjigiriza ebyobwerere bye wateekawo naddala mu masomero aga primary. Naye mangi ku masomero gano mu byalo eyeewala abaana basomera wansi mu miti. Ate n'abasomesa ennaku zino babadde beekalakaasa nga tebasasulwa ssente bulungi. Netono ze balina obbasasula ate kumpi balina zikubira bikonde tebazifuna. Abaana bangi ennaku zino tebakyasoma.
Download the Salt Media app from the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store.